It's an imposter in the support role. I was curious to see what they were going to do here in terms of the support role for the side of SANDBOX. You know, the Morgana, definitely good into the Rakan, but how about a Leona? Not too many supports left over, but does fit well into what they're facing.
And in top side, you'll notice Camille's mid already.
Oh boy, already getting that stun.
Got it.
Fly. He just knows he's dead, not even gonna flash. Easy first blood given over to Crush.
The Joker come in very, very late. So there should be an indicator here to the side of SANDBOX what's going on, but this is all about SANDBOX just heavily outplaying because the fail in the early to mid game, which we've already seen SANDBOX winning, is so important in drafts like this. And speaking of vision control, QV is trying to play as safely as possible.
He does have his flash. He's just gonna dash away from that one, flashing on in. Forces Crush to use his own flash defensively. Didn't want to go that deep, and QV gets away.
Kind of surreal that he'd be happy to ult, yet not happy to follow and instantly cancels his top side.
Okay, this time around, though, the hook shot comes in. That's going to be the second kill. Nice kick in by Peanut, but he misses the Q. And now we got a Leona in the top side.
Oh.
Wiser, though, bit of a mistake, is going to lose his life, staying too far, not doing much of anything, as Wiser had already died, and Crush didn't want to follow.
And Leona was actually happy footing a little bit. She was actually going to come from behind the turret, then saw the fight was continuing. Wiser takes the 3 shots, that part is fine, and then the last shot, unfortunately, that's the one where you say, you have to admit, over the course of the KeSPA Cup here in the mid lane.
Trying to bait that cleanse. He flashes first, not handled super well, but again, 3 people get on top of him. And
Walk up because he has to respect his top side.
Wiser getting low, but does he have the burst damage to get on into QV? QV doesn't have his cooldowns. Here's Camille from way over the wall. Makes her way all the way in. Everybody else in the mid lane, Dove winning these trades for now, with the rest of his team backing him up. The big reason why they're all grouping up here is the Infernal Drake in 8 seconds. Everybody wants that 10% now on the new patch.
Really nice ward here. They don't know that Genji has full information. Here comes Fly!
Here we go. That should be a nice couple of AoE there. No ultimate use just yet. Joker getting extremely low, and Crush is going to go down as well. Wiser, very late to the fight, is going to get that Fear Beyond Death, but dies immediately after. Nobody else on the side of SANDBOX can really commit into this one. It looks like Genji should be able to pick up the Infernal.
The prophecy makers, because we said when its 2 pick comes, the vision lead is all that's important. The teleport, icing on the cake, and no way for the members of SANDBOX to actually min-max their damage, because Genji had all the time in the world to pick their opponents, to make the play call, and wipe the floor.
Top turret will be able to do so for now.
So risky to walk up. They don't have that vision control like before.
Oh boy, Crush is going to be ultimated, and there is no hope for him. 3-on-1. Getting greedy, trying to clear out the vision. He's going to pay for it.
And this is good to see from Genji. Yes, they've always been a team with good vision control. Didn't see it in the early game, but that was one of their typical things on the side of Samsung Galaxy. But actually being aggressive and proactive around that vision control sometimes was something that they were not successful at. Looking for even more here as life comes with a turret dive. This could be risky.
Definitely way too risky here. Even getting the bounce there is Dove, as he seems like the turret going in. The flash forward from Joker. Can they burst him down? The flash away from the knockup, and he's going to get 1 kill. Dove on the run. And they win this 2v2. Joker getting extremely low. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. But now it's Rise versus 2 and a bunch of minions as well. Trying to split them up, but Life not able to hop on over. Is going to go down in the end. A 2-for-2.
And there was also a solo kill, I believe, on the other side. Aatrox's dead. Urgot is not. We'll have to get a replay to confirm that one. Dove is overstaying and then some. This was a little bit silly.
Trying to get out, though, with the shield and the root. He gets out with barely any health. Looks like 50 health on the backside.
Aftershock Rise, we didn't note it, but it actually comes up big right at the end. Meanwhile, on the bot side, a solo kill, a level lead here. QV has his ultimate, surely he does. And it just ends up with him going too far down the lane.
Yeah.
And waiting out the damage here is Wiser. Look at this, even uses exhaust. This is what you do. 10 seconds is that nerf duration. 10 seconds later, QV in the death chamber, and
see that already.
Hey, they learned.
They're looking.
They got a control ward this time, Valdez. They're learning.
That they do. They have 5 members in the river to the flash forward, and Wiser able to set up this play. You know, with the kick away there on the Camille, but doesn't look like he can get away. He's very, very close to going down, and down he will. and now it's a 2-on-1 on the bottom side. Here's Lissandra, though, but Urgot is just so damn tanky. Doesn't seem like he takes any damage. Trying to wait this ultimate out once again as well. Can he do it? Nearly can. Is going to be forced to flash away, but here comes Dove. 1-on-4. Is going to get the root onto Ruler, but Ruler doing a nice amount of damage. Coming up as the hero once again just to push them away, but still, SANDBOX taking a big win in the fight.
Play calling on SANDBOX is so much cleaner. They actually used the Realm Walk to get into the Infernal, and Infernal is the big consequential answer to the Infernal that Gen G got earlier. But so far, the play calling has been cleaner by SANDBOX. They also have played with their roster, not to the degree of Gen G, but we're seeing a new look roster versus a more settled roster. Also, we're seeing a team that's already played in competitive game on 824B and a team debuting on it. Consequences later. If you go Trinity Force, drop behind Envision, and then die randomly in the front line, you're not playing to your win conditions at all. So let's watch if Crush can take advantage. Here we go in the mid.
Hey, trying to get on top of Ruler, but still has that Feather Storm, and see you later, Crush. Just what you were saying. Tries to go to the back line, gets caught out there by the Rakan.
Available for the side of Gen G.
Another thing I was looking at is the 80 carry items. I'll hold that thought as they're trying to collapse here onto Fly, but the root is going to come in, trying to get on top of him. There is that Zenith Blade. Gonna hold down Fly for now, and here comes him. But the ultimate there from the Lissandra, gonna keep her alive for so long. Even has the Zonias, but in the backside, Peanut goes down too. It's not enough time to stay alive, but Ruler is incredibly strong. Flashes over the wall, does get a double kill. Weiser now is on the run. KeSPA trying to set this up again. Is gonna get one more knockup. There's a second one. And it looks like his teammate on the backside of Weiser is just running away. That's 4 kills to the side of Gen G.
You look Gen G, same win condition. Ruler in the late game. He had a CS lead for the majority of the game. 60 CS up, an Infinity Edge up on his opponent. And even though the first 2 kills went to the side of SANDBOX, Ruler put his carry pants on, and suddenly the Baron has started up. It will not be taken, but the map control back on the side of Gen G. As Crush says, maybe a kill?
A Zeal too. The Varus bought a Zeal after he died as well.
And the Varus is someone we should talk about because, again, we remember this. We saw the left side, but watching the minimap here, Varus comes in late after 2 kills are registered, but SANDBOX have no position available to help Hollow, and he thinks, ooh, I'll come for the flank, and just gets instant killed by Ruler on the bottom side of the fight. And despite having those first 2 kills, there's nothing left to be used on Ruler, and he puts his CS lead into turning it on in that team fight.
Yeah, you know, there have been some mistakes from the side of SANDBOX, previously Team Battle Comics.
Damage died, basically, as an 80 carry going too aggressively. A very easy thing to VOD review and improve, but when it comes to such an even 5v5, the consequential Joker's going to snap back.
Oh boy. Well, no hope for you. Again, just getting caught out there, disrespecting the Aatrox and what he can do. Gets hit by that W and say, see you later.
And up here is Aatrox, but has Salty if necessary. They don't have the pick damage, take him down 4v5. Gen G pushes up. They want to break the base before the Leona even respawns. May have to settle for only an inner and Baron control as, well, Wise is pretty far up.
And they're trying to get on in him, and there you go. Follow up from the side of the Rakan, going to keep him in place. Sandra will get away with the kill, and
side of Gen G. Oh, it's timeout. KeSPA can walk up, and yes, he will probably not be a massive damage dealer in this game, but he can face check pretty easily. Level 16 onto the Aatrox, and here we go.
Sonya's going to be procced here, and well, I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to flash away with that cleanse if you want to get away. Thankfully, he doesn't go down just yet, but Peanut has a word to say about that. It's going to take him out, and Crush goes down too. Fortunately, Peanut paid the iron price on the backside as well. Got a little bit too close there. But either way, it's still a 1 fight there for Gen G, just catching SANDBOX again.
1 by 1 they fall, but more dominoes falling for SANDBOX Gaming than Gen G. The pick comes rolling powerfully.
0-7, almost 6 items Zaya, and once again, just same thing, caught out by the W here. This time it was Dove, and even Joker gets a little bit too close to the sun as Ruler nearly blows him up.
It's definitely too easy, is what we'll say, for some of the kills that are happening here. Go with your team. Don't go alone. The forest is one of those old Zelda adages, but also very relevant here. Joker trying to gatekeep Fly. They're on Baron, but still at 8,000 health.
Oh, this is one way to try to win back the game.
50-50.
They notice they're back. Joker just trying to keep Peanut locked down. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It looks like Joker might die, but here's the Rakan. And finally, KeSPA makes his way into the fight.
It's a monster.
They want to take them all out on the backside. They're going to get onto Crush too, and even if they do get this Baron, will everybody survive? Might just be crushed, but they're still on the chase here. As meanwhile, we got Fly just pushing the mid lane.
Game will end in this push, you'd have to think. Chasing down Crush slowly. He's not going to be there for the wave. Sandra had already teleported in to start the end. Crush, will he live? The answer looks like maybe. Nope, just solo kill by a support. Just Gen G things. Gen G will win a weird and wonderful game number 1. Their pick come. Look, it wasn't leagues ahead of SANDBOX, but it was good enough to pick up game number 1.
32 kills, 32 minutes. It was a fun one, even if it was one of the messiest ones that we have had here. Maybe only losing out to SKT versus APK Prince game 2. But either way, Gen G somehow stitched together a win here. Wasn't looking good for about half that game, but eventually SANDBOX also